Good morning, students. Open your economics book and let's continue our chapter number 3, Poverty as a Challenge, with the issues related to poverty given on page number 30. Students, we have studied the two typical cases of poverty in rural case of poverty and urban case of poverty. Now we will discuss some issues related to poverty. First one is landlessness. In both the cases, they face landlessness. If they have their own land, they could earn more. Now, our second point is unemployment, which we have already read in our second chapter, Disguised Unemployment, in which there are people who are visibly employed but are actually unemployed as they are paid very less. Now, third point is our size of families is also a major issue. If there is only one or two children, then they could have managed it better. Now next is our illiteracy. If they were literate, they would be able to earn more income to supplement their family income. Now next is child labor. Children have to in their family, children also have to work at an early age to supplement their family income. That's why they feel helpless. They are helpless as they don't have any other option to cope up with the situation. And our last point is the poor health or malnutrition. Due to less income, there was lack of better healthcare facilities. Now come to page number 31 of your economics book. These two typical cases illustrate many dimensions of poverty. They show that poverty means hunger and lack of shelter. It also is a situation in which parents are not able to send their children to school, or a situation where sick people cannot afford treatment. Poverty also means lack of clean water and sanitation facilities. It also means lack of a regular job at a minimum decent level. Above all, it means living with a sense of helplessness. Poor people are in a situation in which they are ill treated at almost every place, in farms, factories, government offices, hospitals, railway stations, etc. Obviously, nobody would like to live in poverty. One of the biggest challenges of independent India has been to bring millions of its people out of abject poverty. Students, here abject poverty is a condition characterized by severe deprivation of basic human needs. Mahatma Gandhi always insisted that India would be truly independent only when the poorest of its people become free of human suffering. Human suffering is meant by severe distress faced by human beings. Students, Mahatma Gandhi devoted his life to India's poor. He said poverty is the worst form of violence. He insisted that true independence for India will come only when its poorest people become free of suffering. Poverty as seen by social scientists. Since poverty has many faces, social scientists look at it through a variety of indicators. Usually, the indicators used relate to the levels of income and consumption. But now, poverty is looked through other social indicators like illiteracy level, lack of general resistance due to malnutrition, lack of access to healthcare, lack of job opportunities, lack of access to safe drinking water, sanitation, etc. Analysis of poverty based on social exclusion and vulnerability is now becoming very common. As social scientists use different types of indicators to understand poverty. The most commonly used indicators relate to the levels of income of people and their consumption of goods. Now, poverty is also observed using other social indicators like lack of education, healthcare, sanitation, and safe drinking water. Social scientists these days are concerned about the concept of social exclusion and vulnerability associated with poverty. Let us study these concepts in detail. Social exclusion states that poor people have to live in poor surroundings, excluded from neighborhoods of people who are better off. Social exclusion can be both an effect and a cause of poverty. A person may be forced to live in poor surroundings because he or she is poor. Also, a person may be poor because he stays in poor surroundings where he has no means to improve his income and situation. People living in slums are excluded from facilities and benefits like clean surroundings, good roads, and clean water supply that people who are better off enjoy. Social exclusion excludes people from opportunities of education, healthcare, employment, and general quality of life. Now, our second topic is vulnerability. Vulnerability is the measure of the probability of certain groups of people becoming poor or remaining poor in future. Vulnerability is determined by the availability of options for employment, education, and healthcare, etc. For example, landless farm laborers with limited options for education, healthcare, and employment are more vulnerable to remaining poor in the years to come in comparison with farmers who own land. Vulnerability is also determined by the ability of people who handle the bad times and natural disasters like earthquake, floods, and tsunamis. People who are already poor or do not have the means to cope with such hard times are more vulnerable to poverty in the times to come. The government has launched several welfare schemes for the poor to ensure that these benefits reach the correct people. It is important to have a way to identify them. Now, moving further, we will read about the poverty line. At the center of the discussion on poverty is usually the concept of the poverty line. A common method used to measure poverty is based on the income or consumption levels. A person is considered poor if his or her income or consumption level falls below a given minimum level necessary to fulfill the basic needs. What is necessary to satisfy the basic needs is different at different times and in different countries. Therefore, poverty line may vary with time and place. Each country uses an imaginary line that is considered appropriate for its existing level of development and its accepted minimum social norms. For example, a person not having a car in the United States may be considered poor, but in India, owning of a car is still considered a luxury. So, students, we have already read about poverty line in our first video. The poverty line is a commonly used way to identify the poor. It is a measure based on levels of income and consumption of people. Poverty exists in all countries of the world. However, the minimum levels of requirement to determine the poverty line are different in different countries. While in the rich developed nations, the person may be considered the poor for not owning the vehicle or a house, but in the developed nations, not being able to buy two meals a day is considered to be the criteria of poverty.